And the pitch. That one missed. Right through there for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Rojas hauls it in, and there's one away. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. In the air, right field. Rojas has this one sized up. Hauls it in, 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Marcell Ozuna. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
Wouldn't chase that time. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. 2 outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, you know this guy wants a pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose.
And the throw to first is there to put an end to the. Leading off, Trey Turner. The pitch. The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
At the belt and fires. At a foul ball, he stays alive. The pitch. Stays alive. In the air, right side of the infield. Olsen moving under it. He makes the grab. 1 away. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
On the ground, right side. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Bryce Harper in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two down, nobody on.
Nope.
And that's outside. And it's 1-1. Kicks and deals. And a big swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swings and misses. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. First frame of the. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Olson coming off an amazing 2023 campaign. Prodigious power numbers, and he cut his strikeout rate. Down the left field line, could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Man at second. And it's even up. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
No score here in the second. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Makes the catch for the out. Laureano comes up to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. And a pitch. Fought off foul. Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three. Gio Urshela to the plate. Foul ball there. And a pitch. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Olsen stands at second with two gone.
One ball.
That misses. 1-2 to count. Good job to fight that one off. He goes down looking. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man. Back here in Philadelphia, we head to the bottom of the second, and now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. Lee back to work. And a foul ball. Bohm goes 6 feet 5 inches, 220 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Here comes a pitch.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Murphy makes the catch, and there's one down. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level. But it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Urshela to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. JT Realmuto steps in. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball one. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Olsen puts it away, and that'll do it. So they go back here, Citizens Bank Park. New inning getting started. And here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. That's in there, and it's 0-1. One there.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
It's a good take.
Ground ball left side. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Orlando Arcia. And a foul ball. One out, base is empty. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
2 outs. That one hit to right. Rojas settles underneath it and makes the grab. And that is that. Back at Citizens Bank Park. And here is Bryson Stott. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now here is Weston Wilson. Now. There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Throw to second and great jump.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if he can steal the bag, get into scoring position.
Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Gathers and throws to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Bunts it, but he can't keep it fair. Looked like the safety squeeze there.
A runner at third with less than 2 outs. This is the guy that usually comes through in these spots.
Now the 0-1. And that one lifted in the air center field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly. On the board first. It's 1-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Turner now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Next pitch is outside. One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. Right side. Soler sizes this one up. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here in Philadelphia, all set for the start of the inning. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And that one sliced foul. Swing and a miss as he was late. This to third. Boom. He is safe. Singy, that was a close play, and it looks like they're considering challenging the safe call.
Really close, Boog, and tough to tell in real time. We weren't sure, so you really can't blame them for wanting to take another look.
Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York. Here's one more look. They called him safe, and I'm not... Next to hit, Marcell Ozuna.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Squeezes it. Here's Matt Olson. Ripped on a line. And Olson is set down. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Checked his swing of the 1-0 and appeal to first. And he held back, according to Ricky Holiday. 2 outs. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Bottom four. And digging in for Philadelphia, Kyle Schwarber. The pitch. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Wouldn't chase that time. Next pitch is outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a ball popped up. Urshela in position. And there's one down. Bryce Harper to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Popped in the air. Left field. They got it for out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Alec Bohm. 0 for 1 so far. Out towards right center field. Soler makes the grab, and that'll do it. And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Ramon Laureano. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Laureano, 29 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. The pitch. Out to center. Settles underneath it. Makes the grab, 1 down. Gio Urshela steps in. Off the mark there. And it's 1-0.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
The Braves down by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And now it's even up. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Hard hit, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and now for the Phillies, Johan Rojas. Lee back to work. On the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there in the mound.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. On the ground to the left. Throw on to Olsen, and a quick out, number 1.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
And now it is JT Realmuto. Now fly ball to right center. And that's a base hit.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. It's amazing to me that he was able to put the barrel on that one. I mean, that pitch was pretty well outside, but Great extension and bat control through the zone allowed him to.
Real Muto runs. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Dylan Lee will depart, and Bryce Elder gets the ball now.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Harris has a beat on it. Makes the catch, inning over. Well, one-run game, and the batter will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. There's a sinker at the knees for a strike. Next offered in there for a strike. And that is strike two. Ground ball to Bohm. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. And now it's going to be Michael Harris. There's the strike.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
He takes it on his own. Two quick outs to open the top of the sixth. Fly ball down the line. On the move. He's got it. And that is out number three. Make it. Back at Citizens Bank Park, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the sixth, Brandon Marsh. And a good eye there.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
Swing and a miss. That one not close, and it's 2-1. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out. Back to the top. The lineup, Trey Turner at the plate. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man aboard now with one away.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
And that's outside.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs.
There's a swing and a drive. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
2 outs. Turner runs. That one fouled off. Left-hand batter waits.
Ball 2.
And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Righty to the plate. And that's just foul.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And that is there. Harper frustrated as he's rung up on strike. Top of inning number 7. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Line drive, that's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands.
1 at second. Relay to first. Double play. Jorge Soler up at the plate. Outside. And that's ball 1. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And the batter now, Alec Bohm. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Double. Barreled action in the bullpen. Ronaldo Lopez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Bummer, a left-hander, also throwing. Arcia whips it to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. Swinging a foul straight back. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And right back to the mound. Tosses to first. And a couple of quick outs. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And here it comes. Pumpbacker to the mound. Tosses to first. And Realmuto is out. We go to the 8th. Now in for the Braves, Ramon Laureano. Right through there for a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when
manager out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Tanner Banks.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Here's Gio Urshela. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. Bunts it towards the mound. Over to Turner for 1.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Substitution being made at first. Entering is the pinch runner, Whit Merrifield.
That was just paint on the first pitch fastball.
And there's the strike.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the...
That one is absolutely belted. Gone. That should get the dugout going. And they take the lead. It's 2-1. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time.
That one's in there. And the count 1-1. On the ground. Sneaks through, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Rojas snags it on the run.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Albies stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Fastball for a strike. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. That's ripped. Base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
0-2 now. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Bounced up the middle. Trey Turner gloves it. Steps on the bag for the force. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Braves pick up. Now into the ball game on defense, Eli White. He'll be out in left field. Also entering the game, Whit Merrifield. He's the new third baseman. Well, 1-run game. This is Bryson Stott. 1 for 2. The pitch. And that one fouled off. That's outside. And now it's even 1-1. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Raisel Iglesias preparing to come on if needed. Looking to get the tying run on base. Wouldn't chase that time.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The 2-2 now. That's towards center. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Wilson swings through it for strike 1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
And a swing and a miss. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. One down, Phillies down a run. Chopped on the ground. Merrifield. Throw to first is in time.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Marsh now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Chase swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Right-handed reliever. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Matt Olson. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1. Center field. Marsh moves under it. 1 up, 1 down. Jorge Soler next up for the Braves. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one's carrying. Bangs off the wall. And that's a double.
Fastball.
Orion Kerkering on the pitch here.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Now at the plate, Eli White. First pitch just misses. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th.
1-1.
Swings and misses. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's the third. Boom. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Boog, he doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense.
Calls it in for the out. To second with the throw. No chance to get back. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
Now this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the 1-run game better than a comfortable 3-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
One-run game, bottom 9. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the righty deals. The shortstop takes a ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first-pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. He's 2 outs away. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Not even close there. 1-0. And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. A nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Harper goes after that one for strike 1.
0-1.
And that's outside. A 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. they're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not close with that one. 2-2. This could end it. And another ball.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
Hard ground ball, base now. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. On a pinch run, Edmundo Sosa. So 2 down. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. And that's downstairs and outside.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
With the winning run at the plate. And the home team trying to pull it out. That one inside. It's 2-2.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Sends it to center, and this should be it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game. And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi.